Hello, my beautiful fellow Cancerians. So, as February approaches, I think a lot of us, being the romantics that we are wondering what the realm of love holds for us. So, this is for you guys. Whether you are connected in a relationship right now or single and looking, this is going to be what to expect for February for some of you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and do an overall view of February in love for Cancer. Ooh, the Ace of Wands. That is a very sexy card to get for this question. So Ace of Wands is about a passionate new beginning. Wands are about creativity, fire, passion. And so to have a new beginning under the ace is very promising for, people that are connected with somebody already or somebody who is, single and yearning for somebody. Let's see what else this can tell us. So, the World card is saying that there is, a particular long-standing cycle that needs to come to a close here. And, having to do with love, this may be how Cancers have operated before. A lot of Cancers tend to wear their hearts on their sleeves, and so they tend to overgive, right? Cancers are known for being very encouraging and supportive and, happy to give everything they can to the ones that they love. And sometimes what happens with that is, they are kind of taken advantage of, right? So if this resonates with you, this may be something that you will have to kind of figure out what you can do differently now. This is not saying for you to, stop being the wonderful giving person you are, but it may be asking you to be a bit more discerning and maybe to hold back a little bit until you know that, this is somebody that's worthy of all the gifts that you can give. Also looking for reciprocity, right? You want somebody to also give to you. So having that support instead of giving all of the support you can in hopes that you can model what you want from the person that you are currently with, And I think that's a mistake that a lot of Cancers have made. I wouldn't even call it a mistake. It's just more, a lesson that many have learned. So, I think with that world card, it's just saying like that there's something that's coming to a close with that, okay? For some, it's quite literally, what's coming to a close is maybe being single for as long as you have. Maybe that is what's coming to a close now because you're now ready to open yourself up again for, a healthy love. Now, the Four of Cups here is saying that somebody may try to come to you that you're just not interested in. Could be somebody from the past, you know what to expect from them, so you're kind of bored of that particular scenario. Could be somebody that, just kind of fits the bill of what you've had before in terms of a selfish person, self-serving person, and that's just not what you're looking for because remember, you brought something to a close with that World card. So I think that, for some Cancers, you're going to have an offer presented to you, and it's not going to be something that you really are going to give into. Now, for Cancers that are connected with somebody already, these things still apply to you because maybe you're in a relationship where you're currently giving all of the support and getting very little in return. And there comes a time here with that Four of Cups that you're like, you know what, I'm tired of this scenario. Maybe I need to go to the next step and be alone with the Hermit card. Okay. So, I do feel with that passionate new beginning, I feel like where that's coming from for some Cancers is really like a passionate new beginning with love for the self. Really feeling like, I'm worth a whole lot. I'm worth a whole lot more than what I have been, treated as or, given to people that haven't given back to me. I'm worth more than that. And so, I think for a lot of Cancers this month, there's going to be a lot of, refusing offers of things that just don't resonate with who they want to become and the love that they want to have. Okay. So that Hermit card is saying that for some Cancers, whether it's truly being alone and taking advantage of that by, really enjoying your solo time and taking that time to kind of do some self-reflection on the idea of love and past relationships, closing those up for yourself, forgiving yourself for some things, possibly even forgiving others, which doesn't mean excusing actions, but rather just not carrying it with you anymore. Cancers can definitely hold a grudge. So being able to kind of learn the lesson from that and then move along, I think is going to be really healthy to do this month, especially, if you are trying to find that healthy love connection. So yeah, let's see what else we have here. Ooh, the Devil card. Okay. So Devil card is about temptation. It's about addictions. It's sometimes about, kind of choosing to play to an old, outdated role, because it's comfortable. You're comfortable in your discomfort, right? So this could be like choosing to stay in a relationship that is lackluster or, non-reciprocal, right? One that is just not fulfilling or exciting or, anything good for you. Okay. Not that just a relationship that's just exciting is good either. Okay. So, but not fulfilling for you, not what you're looking for, not what this new version of Cancer is really wanting to bring with them this year. So, the Devil card is here to say, like, sometimes we get addicted to another person or to the way that somebody treats us, and that goes back to wanting to heal those old past wounds because, we don't want to stay in a relationship where somebody continuously like makes us feel that we don't deserve to be loved or that we're hard to love, because that simply, isn't true. Cancers have a lot to give. Everybody has to do work on themselves, obviously, but if this is resonating with you, that means definitely there's some deeper work that you need to do on self-worth and self-love. So I think that Devil card is going to be important this month because it is going to challenge us to really look at things truthfully and decide, like, certain things, like, am I single because, I'm just not really focused on receiving love. I'm not receptive to love right now. I don't feel like I'm worthy, or am I staying in this relationship because, like, same kind of thing, that I don't feel like anybody else is going to want me, or this is just kind of my role in life to be the giver and never the receiver. So there's going to be a lot of self-reflection here with that Hermit card this month, Cancer. But I do love it that we have that Ace of Wands because that's about a passionate new beginning. So whether that is with somebody else, okay, or whether it's just something within ourselves that awakens us to say, you know what, I am worth a lot and I deserve more than what I've been giving to myself. Whatever it is, it's going to be something that's going to be a great new beginning and bring an old, outdated cycle to an end. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. If you would like a one-on-one reading more specific to you, please message me at the email address below. Thanks a lot. Bye.